Gonna talk today about an amazing dive watch from a plucky little British brand called Bremont. Not everybody's heard of them. It's been one of my favorite brands for years, and today we're gonna dive into the Supermarine.
Bremont is one of the youngest luxury brands that we talk about and sell here, having based their origins late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, in terms of the watch world, everybody talks about, been around since 1700. Well, these guys are a little bit different. Two guys, Nick and Giles English, through the tragedy of their father passing away, they ended up forming a bond that can only happen between two brothers, and they decided to follow their dream, open a watch company, and bring fine manufacture back to the Isle of Great Britain. Great Britain has a huge history in watchmaking, from John Arnold to Roger Smith. They've always been a part of the story of watches, and that had kind of fallen away. And Nick and Giles really wanted to bring that back in a very, very big way. So very, very single-minded from the get-go. They have huge ties to aviation. They grew up flying vintage aircraft with their father. And even the name Bremont is a French name, British company, like what's happening there.
Right.
And the way they tell this story is great. They were flying over French airspace. They had engine problems. They put it down in like a cornfield in France. And again, the way they tell the story, as the blue lights are flashing, the guys are coming. This farmer helps them bring their plane into his barn. He was a retired pilot. He had some tools. They fix it. A couple days later, they take off. That guy's last name was Bremont. So to honor him, they named their company after him. And what I love about a small company like this, and you don't see this anywhere else in the watch industry, is that you can go have a beer with these guys. These stories aren't centuries old and embellished. Right. They're right there, and they'll tell you all about it.
Bremont obviously takes a lot of inspiration from aviation and the British military, but today we're talking about a dive watch, and they have taken on the challenge of tackling the air, the land, and the sea in their new collections. But the Supermarine has an aviation tie.
Yeah, right? It's basically it's that playing with the pontoons. Like even their dive watch has that aviation connection, and I like that continuity to the entire brand.
The new 300-meter Supermarine was introduced in 2024. New, sleeker 40-millimeter case. There's lots of details we're going to cover, kind of everything to love in a dive watch, in a sports watch. But the big one they point out right away is the use of the 904L steel.
Yeah, it's a better steel for dive watches. It's a little harder, little scratches, but really comes down to corrosion resistancy. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, like if you do dive in your dive watch, if you do take it in the ocean, you need to wash it off. Eventually, it'll start to pit. It'll start to have corrosion issues. And 904 is much more resilient and resists that more. I was thrilled to see it when we first saw it 2 years ago at Watches and Wonders. I immediately understood this watch. I saw a scalable business model. I saw an absolutely stunning watch. And honestly, on the 40s, I really liked the aluminum bezel. Yeah. It's such a throwback for me. I really liked it immediately.
The dial has applied indices with superluminova, which is going to be extra bright for you when you're diving, or more realistic for us when you walk into a dark room or go out to dinner. And then the bracelet's really unique to this collection. We're still using the 904L steel, a combination of brushed and polished, which is perfect because it's going to help hide scratches. It's going to give you more of a dressed up look. But these infinity, curved links are going to be really small and comfortable. That was the idea, right?
It's very evocative of the old bullet bracelets on dive watches. Like this is a real heritage piece to me. Even on the green one here with the 369, it's just a throwback piece. Mm-hmm. And I really dig it. I think it's super heartfelt and it gives me all the feels.
And new for 2025, we got the larger size. The 43 millimeter dives to 500 meters, which should be plenty. And then new case materials as well. We still have the 904L steel, also a ceramic case on some of them.
Yeah, I love the new size. Starting out with the ceramic bezel, beautiful dial. Mm-hmm. It has these waves kind of imprinted into it. Just a little bit of a bolder statement. I love the 500 meters. Again, not that you're going to need it, right. But if it's 500 meters, you're pretty safe just falling in the pool. Yeah. And sure. then the ceramic case did a phenomenal job with that. Just released the new white dial. We don't physically have one to show you because it lasted an hour.
Right.
Which it bodes well for the watch. We debuted the white dial at Watch Week, and it was a total hit.
Even Jimmy Chin was impressed.
Chin was impressed, and he's a hard man to impress.
Yes. All these watches have an automatic movement and a 50-hour power reserve.
Now, it is a modified base movement, and I like that. I know a lot of the watch collectors have very strong feelings on movements in higher-end watches. I am of the opinion opinion that your tool watch should be able to be fixed by every watchmaker on the planet. I want parts to be everywhere, and this is that in spades. This is a watch that's meant to be worn. One of my favorite lines from Bremont, and I've been using it for years, is Bremont wants you to wear their watch the way other brands only advertise. And that's exactly what this watch is for. This is not a safe queen. This is not a bar diver. This one wants to go to the beach with you. This one wants to fall in the pool. This one wants to do stuff with you.
I was able to wear the 40mm black dial at Watch Week for a couple days, and I have to say, wearing it on the wrist, it has everything you want in a sports watch in a diver. I wore it hiking. It was super comfortable and it was very easy, and it really sold me on being a fan. Even if you did want to change something, there's probably a variant for you, and these watches are offered in a variety of different dial colors and also strap options. The bracelet is a quick release strap, but you could just purchase it on a NATO strap or a rubber strap, really whatever fits your fancy.
I don't like to sell a watch as a value proposition, but I can't help but talk about it. I think bang for the buck, this is one of the best divers you can own. Full stop.
Agreed.
A lot of times you're paying for a lot of things. You're paying for the marketing of the company. You're paying for the advertising of that company. You're paying for the R&D for the movement, and you don't need to. And I think if you're just looking for a good, hardy dive watch, you'd be hard-pressed to find something better than the Bremont Supermarine.
Let us know what you think of the new Supermarine collection. What colors and combinations are your favorite? And if you want to try on Bremont, shop Bremont, head to oliversmithjeweler.com. You can see all our live inventory and chat with us live to purchase.
And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it.